Traditional radiation therapy attacks more than cancer. Because surrounding healthy tissue gets hit too, treatment-related side effects have become just another challenge for cancer patients. Fortunately, newer, more precise technology is now available. It's called tomotherapy. Using advanced imaging and radiation delivery capabilities, tomotherapy targets cancer like never before. Learn more about today's cancer treatment options at Gamma West Cancer Services in St. George, Utah.
Our family situation, the Bundy family situation, is like many of you, tired. But my dad says I'm getting my voice back and I feel strong, so that's good. My aunts have been actively, and many others again, but actively trying to get these baby calves together with their mothers, along with many cowboys. And my Aunt Margaret is going to give us a report on these baby calves.
When we opened the gates, of course, there was a lot of moms and baby calves and stuff stuck in corrals with 60 or so in a corral, and so the babies were just kind of being pushed around, but you know, just hard to see. When they opened the gates and the moms and the babies left, there was some that were left because they were just too little. A lot of them were born within the day, that day, you know, a day before. There was one that I seen the mother, and she had just had her, didn't know where the baby was at that point. When the cows all went and left the corral, then this baby luckily was on the outside of the fence. I think that mama had her right at the edge, and when she stood up, she was on the outside of the fence, so she was protected. Just to report, the brand new baby is doing good. The last report I had, we're up on the mountain, up at the compound now. Some of the moms had come and got them. Some are still little doggies. We're up there feeding them right now. So that's a report on the baby. But thank you guys for your love and spirit.
It's just another exhibit of when the people stand, what they can do, and how they can take control and make sure that their private properties and their neighbors and neighbors' private property are protected. So thank you. Like Aunt Margaret said, there has been a tremendous outpour in support. I can't even articulate it. It just has been tremendous all over the nation. Had a reporter that called one an interview, and they covered 47 nations and 21 languages. My dad has, I don't know how many, he's just nonstop for what, about 2 weeks now, Dad? I mean, nonstop talking to Sean Hannity, Glenn Beck, I mean, every major network out there.
I do not want to take any credit here. I'm going to give all of the credit of my ability to my Heavenly Father and your prayers that have come to me and my family, and without a doubt I have felt His presence in my decisions.
Amen. Our elected officials have to stand and start making a difference in this, meaning protecting us and getting this right, getting state sovereignties back, so that it is correct.
So understand, it is because of each and every one of you standing here and each and every one of our Americans watching us and protecting us with our firearms why this did not turn into a Waco massacre or a Ruby Ridge, and I have to thank all of you for that. Nevada means home, and home is Nevada. And I've called Nevada my home for 22 years. And I have 4 grandchildren here and 2 beautiful daughters and my mom. And I definitely don't want to see the federal government ever overreaching the way it did last week.
Right.
Yeah. Right. This is a Western issue. This is an attack on the entire West. And it's an attack to stamp out your culture and to crush you economically so that you can no longer be independent Americans. The powers that be fear independent Americans. And so they want you to bend the knee. What we saw just the other day when Ammon Bundy was being tased and his aunt thrown to the ground, did they bend the knee? No, they got right back up. She got right back up off the ground with skinned knees and got right back in their face. And I told her, what we are seeing here is a combined arms effort. We have the people, we have their elected representatives who are standing up across the West. We did have some good sheriffs here the other day. Sheriff Mack is forming a coalition of sheriffs to stand with you. We know this fight's not over, so we're going to have a coalition effort across the entire West of the oath-keeping legislators and sheriffs and governors with the people behind them, and especially the veterans behind them, in honor of our oaths. We must support them. You cannot demand that your legislators who took that oath honor their oath by defending you. You cannot demand the sheriff stand up if you are not willing to stand behind them as the posse. Just like we saw here this last weekend. The people stood up. The founders told us in their wisdom that we must be the militia, right? It is necessary for the security of a free state. You will not be secure, you will not be free without it. It's time we resurrect that and become the militia once again. And this was a first step. It was a watershed moment. No longer cavalry. Still cavalry.